Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. I'm not pressed with making lists, for real. I stay low and stack my chips, for real. You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rich, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. No liens on the whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. Don't trust the soul, it's on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let them know just where I live, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. SOS. 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 I got you, yeah. SOS. Thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip and tap on the internet. We don't do that. See, I've been a threat and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way. I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts. I've been through that. See you, SOS. 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 See you, SOS. Need a life vest. Need no mic check. SOS. 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 See you, SOS. We don't talk checks. We get to it. We get to it, yeah. We do it, yeah. I go up. We influence, yeah. See me moving, yeah. I glow up. Every time I show up, I can flip my switch out. They act like they know us, but they ain't no dog on big dog. Asking if it's still a flex. Say they better go ask Booyah. Never think I'm gon' check. Better pull up like woo. Come to place and I'm the best. I ain't worried about none who y'all. 24, no rest. Stand on business, I'm too tall. Thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip and tap on the internet. We don't do that. See, I've been a threat and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way. I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts. I've been through that. See you, SOS. 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 See you, SOS. Need a life vest. Need no mic check. SOS. 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 See you, SOS. We don't talk checks. We get to it. All in for the jackpot. Every time I want the last shot. Championship ring. Went to starter from a mascot. Went to rollies from a G-shot. Brand new kettle, no teapot. You should know I don't play. Go sicko mode like I'm T-Scott. Eagle vision from the treetop. Went to image from a green dot. Never had no limit, but I had some Reeboks. Keep it humble, but the fees not. In the game, no free spots. But I earn what's mine. Nothing less, I'ma shine. Thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip and tap on the internet. We don't do that. See, I've been a threat and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way. I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts. I've been through that. See you, SOS. 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 See you, SOS. Need a life vest. Need no mic check. SOS. 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 See you, SOS. We don't talk checks. We get to it.
Good morning all. Yes sir. Happy Friday to all. Hope everyone is well. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's gonna happen today in this comedy movie we're in? Today we're going to make money, man. That is the goal. That is the goal every day. Whether the market allows us or not, that is a different question. And it depends. It depends if... I don't know. We need someone to blame. Joe. We'll blame Joe. Depends if he shows up. If he shows up, we don't know what's gonna happen. We have to figure out. Last 2 Fridays, Trump posted something that caused a dump afternoon. That can be a trend. Oh, third time lucky? Not sure. I mean, Trump has been yapping a lot, man. He's been talking a lot yesterday. A lot of stuff going on. Right, gold rally, then all of this BS going on. Let's have a look at the calendar for today. Today is also an interesting day because it's NFP day today. So they're expecting numbers. They're expecting numbers to come back a little bit lower, right? So employment change come down. Employment rate, they're expecting to slightly tick up, right? So, yeah, they're expecting labor market to cool off a little bit. There was a strong labor market, but now they're expecting a cool off here in the labor market, which is kind of to do with that dollar and all of this stuff. So, to be honest, the forecasts are actually shit, man. They never come out accurate, man. They never, ever come out accurate. So can we trust this forecast? No. But what we can look is previous numbers. So we have been in a bit of a downtrend, I believe. It's kind of, January was 256, then we went down, then we popped back up, and now 177. So could we pop back down? Yeah, it makes sense. And we'll end up seeing, what ends up happening. In terms of rates, I mean, if it comes down 6.9, it's going to be good for dollar. 6.8, good for dollar. 7% is, if it comes higher than 7%, yeah, we'll see a pump in gold, actually. We'll see a pump in gold. But let's have a look at the analysis here for the day. So let's have a look at GJ first, start off on daily time frame. So previous daily is closing bullish. Actually, pretty similar scenario than to yesterday, where we were sitting at daily resistance. Currently, we're still at a form of a daily resistance, which is the same daily resistance as yesterday. Yesterday, we pushed up through that daily resistance, rejected, and now we're at the same spot. Looking at 4-hour time frame, very nice closures below. I'm not below, man. Above here, if we can see, we can fill this wick. Could be an option here for the day. Looking at 1-hour time frame, we do have some resistance here. We'll bring in. This is our 1-hour resistance here. And yeah, let's see what 30 minutes is saying. This kind of makes it annoying that we have this little notch here. Not really the best thing we want, but we'll see what we can do with it. What is this, a 30 minute? 30 minute running here. 15 minute is clean. So, I mean, maybe we can look for volume to push through this notch. I'm going to have a look. How far is the notch? Say we were to get a close above here, set up one breakout. We have about 10 pips. Not that bad, to be honest. But bias today is mixed, right? No, previous daily close what? Bullish, right? Let me just double check here. Yeah, it did close bullish. Bullish 4 hour. Okay, perfect. Bullish bias today. Yeah, straightforward buys, to be honest, are going to be the plan. Question is, can we buy to this 1 hour resistance? Potentially, yes. We're looking like 9 pips. Let's see what 30 minute is saying. I'm going to have a look. If it does create nice structure and this does become a zone, we can look for those buys. It's a little bit higher here on 50 minute, but that's fine. We can look for those buys back up to basically this resistance and then see if we continue or not. It does look nice on 15, right? So this is what I'll be looking for. And then, of course, breakout buys above this here. We're just going to move this. I mean, we keep this here. We put a box. These are your breakout buys above this. And then we have a look at gold here. See what gold is doing for today. So previous daily on gold ended up closing bearish here, slightly below the support, just slightly. So we're gonna see if we want to flip this daily today and see if we can get some continuation. If not, we're going to be stuck in this 4 hour range that we've been in. Actually, since Tuesday, we've been in this range. So almost 3 days, we're stuck in this 4 hour range. Yesterday, we attempted to push up with all of that news that was going on with the war and stuff like that. Now we ended up with daily bearish and then a 4 hour candle now closing bullish at support. Problem is leading us in middle of range. Middle towards top of range. Not the best market positioning to be in the middle of the range, but it's also presenting us with somewhat of a nice LTA on 30. 15 looks pretty dismal here. Let's mark the 15 here. So realistically, it's actually quite simple. It's a mixed session bias. Selling ranges are just absolutely rubbish right now. This 1 hour resistance from yesterday, not really too important here. This is a small one. We'll just see what happens at that spot. I will move it to the 30. Make it like that. So we'll see what happens there. To be honest, we could look for just a simple continuation play of what it's been doing right now. And what it has been doing is creating higher lows. Creating higher lows, continuing towards the upside. You can see. So to be honest, that could definitely be an option, is looking for basically support to form. But if you notice, look at this one. This is something very, very, very check broker. It's not really too important because the sells are very tough today. There's not really much selling ranges, except for below here there's a selling range, but unless we start forming structure here then get below, we can sell. Otherwise there's not much selling range. But I want to show you guys something. Which is super important. Check how this price action developed, okay? So here we get the support, beautiful close above. We've been doing this higher low, higher low, higher low. Beautiful close above, looking to go tap into this target here. Then the next candle breaks the high. Okay, great. Beautiful bottom wick breaks the high. Everyone's happy. And then after everyone's happy, you get a little bit sad because you're like, oh shit, candle's closing bearish. But it's okay. It's respecting the previous support. This shit looks great. And then you get a bullish basically candle, still respecting the support. Still respecting the support. And then you start to break the highs. So now you're still confident, super confident. And then to fuck up your morning and make you cry yourself to sleep, you get this candle. This is like a womp candle, bro. And then this messes up your day. And you're like, man, I just wanted an easy day and I have to eat this for breakfast. So you've gone through all of this BS, emotionally wrecked, emotionally hurt, straight back to bed and cry yourself back to sleep. So we have to be careful of these liquidity grabs because they were happening yesterday as well. So we have to be careful of these liquidity grabs. Otherwise, you are going to cry yourself to sleep at night. Why? Because the market would have cooked you. So we need to be careful. And keep this in mind, right? We need to keep this in mind that we can see potential liquidity grabs here. And then guess what happened, right? It obviously plays out, right? Right after that happens. You see? So let's keep an eye out for those liquidity grabs and make sure we have extra confirmation. So what could have kept us safe here? That's the next question we have to ask, right? What could have kept us safe in this situation? So what could have kept us safe, obviously, is waiting for a close above a resistance. So waiting for structure and then a close above the resistance. If we investigate this on a 5, we did get the 5, but it wasn't enough. Actually, this looks so juicy, man. This is so, like, it's a juicy trade, right? Get the 5 close above and everything, then it breaks the high. Damn, that's literally like some crime material here. So we want probably a 15-minute change of structure then. That's what's gonna actually protect, because all highs were broken here, so it's pretty tough not to get out of it. So here, when we're looking for this type of stuff, we could attempt it, but we need to be aggressive. If we see it start to fail, just get out. Just based on the information we've been seeing, right? And this is not the first time we even liquidity grabbed here, liquidity grabbed here. Every time it is maybe lack of volume, yes, but we can't say that because look what happened after, right? We start pushing, and this is Asian, right? And then we start pushing after. So it's not like, okay, it is super low volume. If it was super low volume, then, you know, you're gonna go and say that it continues to range. Liquidity grabs and goes nowhere. But obviously it liquidity grabbed and went up. So it's also tough to make an argument on that side. But that's why. So if we liquidity grab now, meaning we make a low, break that low, it's actually very juicy, because every time we've liquidity grab, it's always been followed by somewhat of a decent move. All right, so that's something good. Do you like this setup tree? I'll see it in a minute. Just doing the analysis. So let's have a look at DAX, good old DAX. Start off on daily time frame. So previous daily here, closing bearish at resistance. Bring back this daily resistance. Man, I hope today we were at all-time high, bro. All-time high would be sick. Friday all-time high. Some action. 4-hour time frame looks actually very nice. 4-hour time frame does look pretty sexy, if I'm not gonna lie, man. If I'm not going to lie, it looks pretty nice. Good support formed. 2 4-hour candles bullish. LTA towards the highs. Only problem is 15-minute is ruining our day because it's a bit messy. So we need to find some sort of range that we can trade. So let's go and put in this 1 hour here. Market will close at all-time highs. Monday starts with a gap below. All right, so let's just take a long, no stop loss. That sounds like an amazing plan. Let's do that. I think that should... we will trust in Alex, man. All trust. Let's see this one here. So, what am I tempted to do here? 5 minutes. It looks great above, actually, this 1 hour, man. 1 hour looks like we have some party room, man, above the 1 hour. But this range, I don't really want to skip this range. What are we looking at? 31 points is pretty decent. So if we could see one more liquidity grab down, then get above the range, I can rely on volume to push through this and use this as a break even. Wick fill this. So I'm using this to wick fill it and then use this as a break even. And then from that, I'll try to allow volume to push through. But I do need to see a little bit more information, and probably around, look, from the whole week around that, or actually around this time, we've been getting a setup. So there's no setup present right now. Next setup is in 10 minutes, which is also the 1 hour close. So 1 hour close will also be important. Wonder how it closes. It's in a tough scenario. It can either close weak bullish, weak bearish. It's an interesting scenario. So let's see what ends up happening. But that is the analysis for today. After asking about this trade, let me see. This was on Zolto dollar. What is Zolto? That must be gold. What language is that? Thunderstorm. It as a thunderstorm, it's a valid thunderstorm. Yes, the only problem is the time. Secondly, if you had top wick on broker, would be good. But early trades like this, like if this was during London, I actually quite like it because you're having a resistance, biases mixed, you close below, next candle made a support, then you close below again. You could have just gone on that one, to be honest, but you went on the next thunderstorm. So actually this is pretty good. This is pretty good, but the only issue is we have here is that the time, it's not always guaranteed volume at this time. That's why I left it out. So that's it. We have news on DAX. Let's have a look. I don't think we have any major news. No, it looks all right. We've already had this French news, German news. This is all small stuff though. So let's see how price forms here and then we take it from there. So yeah, hopefully all the analysis is clear, guys. Everything is nice and clear. If it is, you know what to do. Do the YouTube business. Leave a like on the stream. And let's go. You will stream red folder. Now I don't trade news. I'm not it's too much slippage, too much inconsistency. So no, I don't trade news to gamble it. Oh shit, that's way too big. What do you think post NFP we get all-time high? Can we use 5 minute, 1 minute to scalp DAX? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. What is a thunderstorm in trading? Thunderstorm is one of my setups. It's one of the setups I use. Do you have any job other than trading? I have only pips, which is like OnlyFans for traders. No, I'm joking. Exclusive content, as they call it. Right? Also, guys, I would like to wish all of my Muslim brothers who an Eid Mubarak. I know in some countries today is not Eid. Eid will be tomorrow, but in Dubai it is. So I wish you guys Eid Mubarak. And also, since tomorrow we don't stream, I'm wishing you in advance. In advance. Joe, shut your mouth, bruv. Shut it, please. My history on my FTMO channel disappeared. My balance shows 0, but yesterday everything fine. FTMO website, everything fine. Anyone had this issue? Yeah, you need to check. Open the terminal, and then at the bottom of the terminal, make sure you're connected to a server. So you see this shit at the bottom of the terminal? You have this thing. So make sure you're connected. This will show you you're connected. If this is not, if this is red, means that's the problem. It's the server's not connecting. It's fixed after a trade. Good morning to you, Mirko, as well. Good morning. Your strategy, is this giving you 75% win rate during London? Correct, correct. I actually have a higher win rate in New York, but I don't take as much trades in New York as I do in London. Do you have a favorite pair, time frame, and setup? Man, I used to like GJ, but we had some problems, me and GJ. we had some problems. So now, who is my favorite pair? I'm gonna put it out there, GJ a hoe. I put it out there. Now what is my favorite pair? Damn. That's an interesting question, actually. I guess I have to say DAX, man. I have to say DAX. With the Germans now. What to do? The German car. German pair. Damn. I was thinking next setup on GG, I'm all take again. Now Harry said this. Yeah, you have to contemplate, man. She floating around. Too much. Let's see the setup 3 you're looking at. This, yeah, this would not be too bad here. Break even at this. Big push here. You know, I prefer a 5-minute close below. Can you check my EU plan? I posted London feedback. Yes, I can. See some good plans here. Oh, damn. MK sending a plan? Shit, man must be looking to cook today. Hopefully his plan matches mine. Good to see, though. Nice. Guessing this is your plan here. EU plan, what are you looking for? So mixed bias here. Yeah, so the problem here, actually no, yeah, B at this, but the problem is you can't take it on a 5, right? You want 15-minute confirmation. You want 15-minute confirmations. 5 is a bit early, and this 5 closed below this previous 5, no bottom wick as well, makes it very hard to send. You know? Oh shit. Yeah. Got a setup 6 on gold? No, not really. It's too far gone, you know, you formed other structures already. So now what we want to see this rejection, and then we want to see this get wrecked. Took hold yesterday. You used 15 stops or 5 stops? I used 15. 15 stops. Below 15. Man, we just got liquidity grab, man. That's an easy 1-to-1. Almost. BS news yesterday. News was too heavy yesterday, man. Too much randomness. These were nice sells though. But you just don't know. Market was a bit cooked for me. What you consider too big push for an S2? Mostly everything, but any push is a big push. But in NY, you know, when we're having this fundamental reason, sometimes gold could have some of its biggest days. You know, you get some continuation like this. Like literally, if you go back and see gold when it trends, if you buy every S2, you win. Right? Whenever we get a big push up, except if, even like this, like even if you get a massive push, consolidates, you buy the S1, it actually won, you know? Then you buy this S2, you actually won, you see? Even this S2, you won. Although it went later, but look, this is a pretty similar scenario to yesterday. We push up, we pull back, this S2, you win. Same things here, buy this, you get in profit. No other ones, buy this, you're in profit, buy this one, you're in profit. So it's just a matter of when is it gonna stop, and you never really can know that. I wonder if this is enough to rip it like this. How is 1 hour looking? Rejection like this. 5 minute looks terrible though. See, this is what's tempting, right? Look, we have to remember what it did here in the past. So if this low now gets absolutely wrecked, then I'm excited. Because that's what it's been doing here and here. So if we have it here, it's an easy buy. So let's see if that happens. Do you have the same approach on DAX and gold and GJ, or is it slightly different? Majority the same. Just slight differences in terms of time frames I use and stuff like that. What do you think about moving averages or other indicators? For me, it's just worms on your chart, man. You know, I think for higher time frame could be good. It's all right, you know, moving averages, but you don't really need them. It could add extra confirmation, but it's not a signal to buy or sell. I wouldn't use it. It's lagging. You need to understand other things. We tap daily resistance, still confident for buys. Same as yesterday, right? It's the same thing as yesterday. So it's just, we're actually in the exact same spot as we were yesterday. Who do you see, this guy? Oh, damn. Overall, what do you think about trend? Yeah, trend is a good thing in the market, of course. Right, so DAX closed below, next candle, no bottom wick. How did the hour end? Hour ended doji, no bottom wick on the 1 hour. So I do think we should see a bottom wick. What can you say, man? He drives a 488. Yeah, he just bought the Pista, huh? Pista is a nice car, man. I really like the Pista. I think it's a sick car. But depends. Are you in it for flex, or are you in it to actually be a driver? It's all blacked out too. Man, it's like this trend. I don't really get it. Like, if we want, we can go into a deep conversation. But I do think that these guys are a little bit dark, man. It's like, you see the same guy. Also, there's another guy online. His name is Scales. But they all wear this, like, really dark clothing, man. It's all, like, bats and black hearts. And it's like a type of goth, you know? I don't know. It's weird to me. It's like, gives me, like, you know? Anyways, I have conspiracy theories and stuff like that. But anyways. But it's like his trend, you know, everything is like, you know, like, don't get me wrong, like, blacked out cars and bikes and stuff like that are sick. But, just the whole style and stuff like that. Love a conspiracy theory? Man, I don't know if I can discuss this conspiracy theory on YouTube. I'm already going to get shadow banned. You guys are going to get me banned, bro. Like, really, seriously. We'll probably discuss it later. Bro, after stream, bro, Moritz doesn't give a shit. There'll be no fight, huh? I promise there'll be no, oh. Please, Harry, explain. Man. It's like, it's quite deep. I'll explain after stream. Some might believe it, some might not, but I have like a lot of anecdotal evidence, alright? Nothing crazy, but now we need to lock in. Amo is here today. He's been showing up, man. It's good to see him. He's cooking. He's in his grind stage, bro. Grind. Everyday hustle. Not like Joe. Useless fellow. Joe everyday beer. That's the trick, man. We need him to put on some weight, man. Saying he's coming in at 65 kg for the fight. You're just jealous, Tony. Get back to JD Sport. Go sell him some gloves. Today he's off. Ah, damn. Crazy comment. Hey man, JD Sport man needs to hook someone up with shoes. Tony is dripped out. I bet Tony goes to JD Sport wearing full LV. Full style. Bro, you have to go to JD Sport with broccoli haircut, the sunglasses, the oversized clothes. I need to see that, man. Figo, bro, Figo. Why don't you trade other pairs? Because 3 pairs is enough, man. 3 pairs is enough. It's plenty. You can do a lot with 3 pairs. You can concentrate. Sometimes even with 3 pairs, it's heavy. It's heavy with 3 pairs, you know, can get pretty hectic if they're all setting up. Man, I was looking for Gbpjpy here, man. We're not mixed bias, right? No. What do you think about DAX sells? I keep forgetting, man. Today my bias brain is not working. I don't know what's going on. Today on DAX we are bullish, I believe. Actually, we're mixed. I remember daily close bearish. Yeah, we're mixed. So sell plan for DAX, man, is pretty tough because of the ranges, but we can sell today. Man, this might be an okay sell here. I don't know. It's actually tempting. below that or to it if we could. But you know, it's been so bullish. I really would like to buy. There's also this range is pretty nasty. Interesting one, man. It's an interesting one. Now it's dumping. I know, always. If there's weekly support, resistance, and no weekly candle close above, but there's 3 wicks that touch it, yeah, we can still consider that, yes. I mean, since we crossed through on lower time frame a few times past it, it's not going to be as important, right? But you can just leave it on to understand. Trump versus Elon. Who can lead the market dump? Man, I think Trump has more power. Are you generally always going for 1-to-1? Yeah, typically that's kind of like my target. It's based off, I mean, if there's more space and I see price action doing well, then I look to hold for more. But for me, that's like a full level of consistency I found, because it's kind of like a volume analysis. Like the market, it's also dependent on market conditions and positioning. If we have good market positioning, I tend to leave runners instead of, so I close at a 1-to-1 and then leave runners. You know, there was a time where I was experimenting statistics, and after a 1-to-1, there was something ridiculous like a 65-70% chance it comes back to your break even after a 1-to-1. People, can you turn your camera off? I'm eating here. Bro, what the, man? Destroying everyone. Jesus Christ. Can you relax? Can you control your people, please, Moritz? Man has woke up today pissed. Sorry for that. Alright, 4 minutes here. Not the best range. Hopefully this is the pullback for the buys. Is there a way of contacting you to sort out specifics to a possible mentoring? Yeah, you can reach out to me on my website. You go to my website and there's a contact me at the bottom. Contact. So you can reach out to me like this. Just make sure to check your emails. There's actually an email right here. There's an email right there. Harry, thanks. I finally got reclined after being inclined for so long. Damn, did the decline press help you? Was the trick, the decline? Because in order to be reclined after inclined, you need to be declined. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I have found a way you cannot lose in the markets. You buy and sell at the same time and you'll break even. Actually, you still will lose because of spreads and rollover fees and negative swaps. What happened to my music? Yo, Spotify crashed. Very good, thank you, bro. Stream might crash right now because something's not working. So just so you know. Try open this shit again. There we go. That was my old mentor strategy. Buy and sell. Really? Someone actually, I need to read this. Buy and sell at certain zones. Once price went in a certain direction, you would close the losing one and let the winning one run. He was swing trade strategy. Jesus Christ, man. Harry, are you single? If yes, what would you take? What do you mean take? What? Over 6 months to break even? Yeah, for sure. Please play For Real song. I think we played it in the intro. What time do you usually stop once London has opened? Probably around an hour after London open is where I find, like, you know, after that is not really the best. Buy the dip, Harry. I buy the dip, it dip more. I keep buying the dip, it dip even more. That's what you're gonna make me say, bro. How long does it usually take you until you reply to your email? I will look out for your email, bro. I will look out for your email. Maybe song request bot to the channel. My songs are non-copyright. You know, I'm greedy for those $2 per stream, man. Now I just keep my channel non-copyright because what happens when I started playing songs, they're actually getting banned in different regions. Let me show you this. So you know that video I made about the GT3, it's actually banned in some countries, that video. So it didn't do well. See? Look at this. This is my channel content. What the hell, man? Why you crash everything? Look, partially blocked. This video contains copyright material. As a result, it has been blocked in some countries and regions. So that means my stream will be blocked in countries and regions. We have to open a case if you win a trade today. It's the new ritual for any new starting winning streak. Damn. Yeah, I need to buy cases, man. You guys are gonna make me like broke buying cases. But yeah, we'll do it. Why not? What can I expect from your VIP group? I love your YouTube University. Thanks for great content. So it's basically you're going to get everything that the YouTube University is missing, plus more. So my advanced concepts, and the whole point of the group is for you to have access to all of my content, right? And be able to ask questions, because it's very cool to watch content and, like you said, YouTube University. But if you can't apply the concepts, you're going to go nowhere. So it's going to be for you guys to apply. So you get to ask me on Zoom. Of course, you're trading with no delay on Zoom. You have webinars. It's mostly a community where you constantly have access to get feedback. And if you're not asking for that feedback on different things or just general discussion, then it's not going to help. Right? But the best thing to do is to watch the video on the website. I actually have this video here. It's going to be very, very good. So watch this video. I'll explain it. Yeah, I'll link it to you, save you 10 seconds of your life while I'm here. Don't you think trading NFP day is kind of risky? Sometimes it's risky, but also it's dependent on how price action moves. I have something for you. See it? What do you have for me, bro? It's Harry's treat. Bro's yapping. You scam me of $25,000. You take $25,000 and now you want me to pay for everyone's ticket to come here? Man is moving mad. Moving mad. What is this 25k scam? Bro, I'm telling you, man, it's dirty. 5 close below. Yeah, we could maybe do something with that. Yeah. We have space to here, 15 close below. That would be not too bad. Close above 51 seconds. So let's see if it does. Stop loss would be not too big in this scenario. Yeah, this might be okay. What we look like? 8-point stops. We have 7 points, 8 points to the next support here. Could work. We just need to be aggressive in case it wants to flip. I really prefer going break of this low here, but we're going to see based on top wick. No top wick yet. Now we're having a top wick. Yeah, I think going break of this low could be an option here. A little bit of a weird-ish close. Bit of gaps there. Ah, that's beautiful. That's exactly what we want to see. Nice. Yeah, we'll give it a shot here. Break of the lowest lows here. See how it goes. Good top wick so far. If it breaks through these highs, then I'm just going to cancel the order. So let's see. So this is it, retesting the 15 at the moment, previous 15. So this is why I like some nice little retest. And I like going break of lowest low. Yeah, also would be 1 minute low, 1 minute's clean till at least here. We want to see a drive through this. All right, got triggered there on my broker. kind of want to see a quicker push. You didn't get triggered? Damn, if you didn't get triggered, you're lucky, but that, I don't know why I got triggered there today. If you didn't get triggered, just wait for re-break of low. It got rejected for me. I got screwed then. I got screwed. How many people didn't get triggered? That definitely screwed me. Hopefully I can survive it because it's not fun. Mine not triggered as well. Damn, everyone didn't get triggered. Damn. I got triggered, then it disappeared. Why am I the only one who got triggered? That's not fair, bro. Ugh. This one needs to flip. Damn. There's some sort of news that came out. That's why you guys got rejected the order there. Because check this out. Look at GJ. Look at GJ here. We had this spike up right here. We had this spike up here on GJ as well. So something came out, man. Most of you guys didn't get triggered. That's very good. What? Bro, your candle didn't even reach anywhere near. Yeah, DAX been moving weird recently. Good you guys didn't get. Same as you, same as you. Yeah, weird, man. Fair enough. That was weird. Mine touched the line and didn't get triggered. That's good, man. That's good. That's what happened for me. Now let's see if we can take the buys. If this is going to be the low of the day, we'll see. Just some weird ass price action, man. NFP day, typical BS. Cooking us twice today. Previous 1 hour doing us dirty. Well, it did break the 1 hour low here as well. Did you put it 1 pip below? Yeah, I did as well, and I got triggered even. Had it around here. Literally at the peak, But most of you didn't. That's the interesting part. On my broker, it broke by about 3 points. It broke the low by 3 points. Maybe I missed something at retest. Cross through this. 30 minute nothing. 15 nothing. Still valid. Thankfully didn't break the low on my broker. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my broker. Most of you guys were fine, so that's good. I'm the one who gets cooked. Make it an interesting month again. Been like this first week of the month. Thanks for taking the L first. Now win streak is due. Well, yeah, hopefully it cleans up for the day and we don't just have a messy price action day. How are you selling at support? Show me your support, bro. We're getting this S2 as well. We have 5-minute break of structure as well. 30-minute will close here. I guess one more for the books. 48. From memory, I think NFP days, yeah, they can be very difficult. I don't like this 1 minute on gold here. So I need to see structure made in the next candle open. Then I would take this. There's no way you have 3 losses in a row. I'll full margin the next one. There is a way. There is a way. And this is now not closing above that 5, huh? We're not closing above that 5, so we need to be careful with this position here. 30-minute will close bearish. Check it. Who's that, bro? Tony on the shirt. Is DAX considered setup 2 on the 15-minute? Let's see. It's very close to resistance, but if you were to break even, I don't like it as a S2. I prefer just taking this 5 here if I was gonna buy. Buys don't look bad above this 15. 1 hour would reflip, 30 minutes is clean till at least the wicks. 5 minute has this clean range till here. NFP day, save your ammo. I have 2 bullets. Don't get triggered because you can't see a support on D40. Yeah, I didn't see a support here, man. I'm not sure. If you could show me, it would be cool. Tell me where it is. If you're talking about this back here, you know, you can draw a random line anywhere on the chart and you'll find a support. Let me show you. If you were to put a line just here, boom, and we go see where that line is. Oh, look at that. Perfect low. Perfect here. So anywhere on the chart, previous levels, you'll find supports. So you have to try to distinguish between them. What do you say about this DAX set up 5 right now? Nothing. Was it valid? Well, we were in a kind of downtrend for the morning, so we broke structure on 15. We broke 15 lows apparently. Some brokers didn't, so if it didn't break, like, I was not supposed to be triggered. A lot of people weren't, but that's just how it is. This week has been exactly like that. Got slipped on DAX, got triggered now early. So there's nothing I can do about it. Half of us, it's like 50%. 50% did, 50% didn't. Yo, man. Yeah, that's also true. I prefer buys. You know, I do prefer buys, of course. Question is, how far do we retrace before the buys? Come back down to here, you know? Give you an easy 1-to-1. Fill this LTA. Because DAX likes to be like that sometimes. We've had some very heavy drops this week. Actually, the drops have been heavier than the upside if you look at it, right? Oh, this is the liquidity grab. We might get the liquidity grab we're talking about, huh? Boom, buys. Did you go live Monday to Friday? Yes. Yo, man. You just don't explain it. Avoid the situation. It's like, okay, I'm not explaining. You deal with it. Deal with it yourself. Option on UJ, that's pretty nice one, man. 15 close above clean. Damn. That's a beautiful one, actually. Break even previous 30. Great close as well, huh? Didn't push too high. Bullish bias. Not bad. I'm new to trading. How do you know if it's London session? You can search on Google session time and you can check your session time compared to your time zone. Let's see the liquidity grab and then pop back up. Probably not. Just 4 more. I think this was a little bit aggressive with the 4-hour bullish structure we have. Like, am I really expecting DAX to sell off? No, like today. No, but today in general, the previous trade is like, am I really expecting DAX to fully sell off? I have to look and review that one. Yes, 15 close back in the range. I think the mixed bias kind of put me into that, been doing lower highs. This shit can still end up going down, huh? We could still have that now. Like, keep that in mind. We haven't closed above any structure. We're still respecting structure. There's a lot that can happen right now. Yeah, I'm just talking about in general, bro. We don't have anything yet closing above the 15, so there's nothing you can do on the 5, even if you wanted to. It's rejecting it for the moment, so next best shot would be to wait for the 15. You actually want this 5 to close bearish would be great. Great structure, right? Sure. Yeah, but then you can argue you're selling the lows. Why didn't it reject it from before? You know, so you're taking the re-break. If you were to draw these levels here like this, and then you go and check, it's like, okay, then why aren't we rejecting here? Why didn't this reject? Why is this closing below? And then we re-break, you know? So there's also arguments to be made there. Gold looking like taking its liquidity grab. Let's see if it flips back bullish, or are we going to start the sells for the day? Fair value gap? Yes, that's the exact reason which was the problem. Just give me a sec, guys. Gonna go toilet, come back. Okay, I'm unmuted. I said that NFP day can be like this. You know, it can be very hit or miss, but sometimes price action can be sick. You were not muted? On YouTube I was. Separate mic. I'm not unmuted Zoom, but muted YouTube. Have you ever tried ORB strategy, so open range breakout? Yes. I have like my strategy has breakouts part of it. It's just more accurate. I'm more accurate when I choose my breakouts. How long does the mentorship? It's up to you. What happened to the mic? I don't know why. How about now? Now it should be good. Now it should be good. Might go buy a pool. Damn. What did you take? What trade did you take? I don't know, that was better. Should have followed that. I was wondering, can I pay VIP with MasterCard? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Right, no top wick on this 15-minute, but look, rejection. Man, these past 2 days, liquidity grabs have been the thing, man. Just keep getting liquidity grabs. It's like market is going for those extra pullbacks, which is kind of what we waited for on gold as well, right? Now gold is just capitulating a little bit. Very hard to enter this. Things start the month negative. Yeah, first week of the month has been really not really good. Just started in a week or two, right? No, but this beginning of month should have not started how it is. You know, like that slippage on DAX was a winning position, so that would have brought me up to Even though, okay, I took other losses. I mean, this week has been 2 for 2. I've been in here for about a week. Gotta say, this is a fun group and good vibes. Makes the gatherings fun. Good job. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. It's a long-term thing, man. People don't see past the vision of what goes on in the short term. Yeah, of course, you know, obviously we had some unexpected results, but, you know, this is just something we can't avoid. Unless we just sit here and be super safe, which might have to be a thing now. Which might have to be a thing. But, you know, at the end of the day, taking options is taking options. Like, I do see this one as slightly more aggressive. I could have avoided it, but I think the top wick really made me excited that this could make a lot of sense. Because why is it going up first before coming down? Hi Harry, I'm the founder of TradeScale. I've sent you an email or 2 days of potential partnership. I would highly appreciate if you could take a look into it. I'll look into it, but I'll be honest, I don't really do any partnerships. But I'll have a look, of course, man. Love your streams, keep it up. Thanks, brother, thanks. Eid Mubarak, Harry. Eid Mubarak to you, brother, as well. Made the top wick on the 15-minute here. Do we give the cells a second chance, boys? That's the question. Second chance. Yeah, open in 5 minutes. Yeah, relax. We're not taking the open. Where's this 15-minute support coming at 282? That's a 1-hour support. That says 1-hour support. Yo, Harry, I'm in debt right now because of Forex, and I've really made it gambling rather than trading. Could you give me my advice to recover from all of this and reach your standard? Well, I appreciate you asking instead of begging. It's a good thing not to beg and rather to ask. So unfortunately, to get out of your debt right now, you need to do what? You need to actually get a job first to be able to supplement an income and at the same time pursue in focusing on the skill, not trying to recover your debt. Because if you have debt and you don't have money, your first goal is to get money. To think all of a sudden with a flip of a switch you can start making money is crazy. It just doesn't work like that. Otherwise, tomorrow I will go print a Bugatti in front of my house. Easily. But it doesn't work like that. Life doesn't work like that. So essentially what you have to do is you have to try to be like, look, I'm at rock bottom right now, but if you're at rock bottom, that's the fucking place where you grow, man. That's where things change, because you have to be at your lowest lows to make a change. Because if you're at a spot where you're like, fuck, I'm like, this stuff sucks. Now you start to play the game and you're actually like, okay, let me see what I can do. Right? So now you start to grind and you actually focus on skills that are going to pay you. It could be anything. I always recommend people, if they ask me what's a good way to make money and they just don't have anything and they're lazy, I said, go learn to sell. Find something online that people are selling secondhand and offer them to sell it for them and then take a commission. This is a best hustle. Right now, if I had no money to my name, that is what I'm doing right now. That is what I'm doing right now, is I'm going and I'm hustling and trying to, I'm just literally, in Dubai we have something called Dubizzle. I'm going on Dubizzle right now. I'm finding shit that people can't sell and I'm telling you, listen, I can sell you for this, but you need to pay me. You know? Just to begin with, man. And then at the same time, you're learning skills. Seriously, Dubizzle? Yeah, that's what it's called. Alright? How do you handle losses, by the way, bro? It's a business, right? So if we treat it as a business expense, it's not a big deal. Expenses happen at the beginning of the month. We can avoid as much as we can, but part of being a trader is taking options. If you don't take options and you're scared to take trades, then you don't make money. Scared money don't make no money, and that is just the truth, right? So it's very important to be taking options, but you know, sometimes we can avoid it. Losses never feel good, of course. It's just something that you have to get used to, because it's a long, even if you end your month negative, you know, it's something you need to get used to. It's difficult to take a loss when you're not profitable, though. It should be, because you're not making a change. So that's why you need to that's why you need to change your mindset to be, my goal is not to make money, my goal is to be profitable. Because before you can make money, you need to be profitable. I'm currently down 3.2% drawdown. I'll be kicked out at 5. Any advice how to recover that? Yeah, first of all, my question to you is, you probably don't have a skill set. You know, you can show up to streams. You're going to learn a lot from here. That's number one. And, you know, obviously today, not really, you know, the bright side of the coin, but not every day is going to be like that. This first week has been really up and down, but it's just how it is. And really focus on learning the skill, man. Prop firm challenge can wait. You know, you can hang around with a prop firm challenge for 6 months, just hovering at break even, but you're just hammering in the skill. And then at some point you have to take the risk. That's why I really don't like people going straight into a prop firm challenge, because unless they purposely plan on trying their best and blow it, I don't mind if they blow it. Thank you, Sharp. The only problem is that the jobs available in my country are really low paying, and the debt is around $250. And finding a job that pays, listen, man, in this day and age, that's not a lot of money, right? That's not a lot of money. You can get easy jobs. And I'm going to tell you, if you go on to like Upwork and you apply yourself to be like a support agent, you have an internet connection, you'll be paid like, I don't know, I think they're paying like $10 per hour. So you put in 10 hours, you make $100. You put in 25 hours, you're going to make $250, and then it's recovered. So learn an online skill, do like help desk support, and then just put your ads up there. You need to hustle, man. You need to be locked in, bro. You just need to fucking do your best. You know? And I support you for that, man. But the only way you can get out of this situation is through you, bro. As much as I love to help, it's hard for someone like me to help, because if I feel like I help one person, I have to help everyone. And I hate that feeling. I hate that feeling. Did you ever work in your life as a normal job? Yes. But this is definitely something different. Normal job can never compare to what I do right now. That's a whole different level. Harry, what was your rock bottom situation? Brother, I've had a lot of rock bottoms, man. Not just one. A lot. Financial rock bottoms, emotional rock bottoms, situational rock bottoms. You name it. But it built me to who I am today. It built me to who I am today. Okay, 1 minute till the open here. We're going to see. Hopefully the open comes down for a bottom wick so we can take the buys we planned. But it's being nasty, man. I wonder how many people impulsively sold. Trust me, Jefferson, $250 is a good amount of debt to recover. I promise. I know it seems like a lot, and in your country that relates to a lot of money, but I promise. It's actually not a bad amount in this day and age to recover. You will be able to do that. Like, honestly. Been away 30 minutes, missed anything? Not really, no. We're not taking this, right? SL is huge. Not this one because it's the open. Open candles we don't want to take. It's a little bit, unless it makes a massive bottom wick first. If it closes above, makes bottom wick first, we could use the bottom wick as stop and take it on the flip, yes. But it's not looking like it's closing above. I should put trading on the side? No, you should trade, but don't need to risk any money, bro. Just stay on demo, man. Or use a cent account. I think on a cent account you can risk $0.01. Damn, this open is gonna take our range, huh? It's not the end of the world. We have range above here, but it would have been nice to get in earlier. No bottom wick at all. Big one here. See broker. I have one on broker as well. See how gold did? Yeah, this is not bad if gold can close below here for sells, huh? We even took liquidity from this lows here, so if it's getting below here, it has no reason to fail. How's GJ doing? Nothing. Which broker has a cent account? I'm not sure, but I've heard people use cent accounts. You'd say go short past the liquidity for gold if we get a close, not past it, but I need a close on 15-minute below just to know I don't get cooked. Weekly resistance concern with a gold. We're gonna mark it. It could be yes. Yeah, we'd want below that. For our support, I'm not worried. Key level 55 we have all the way down here, so by the time you're reaching there, that's like your break-even points. That bearish 15 is a close below on a Wanda. Let's see, broker. It is, yeah. IC market, you can trade 0.01. Yeah, but that's still $1. So for him, he wants to risk even less. I'd say demo for now, man. Demo is a good idea. Oof, DAX is... No wonder you get chopped on a day like today. Holy fuck, man. That's like a terrible price action day. Break the lows, break the highs, end up back in the range. Ugh. Yeah, you definitely lose on days like this. Sharp, I hope you can remember me. When I make it, I will come back to the chat and remind you how well I've improved. I look forward to it, brother. I look forward to it. Which platform do you use for analysis? This is called Tradingview. Gold can close below in 10 minutes. It could, or it can just dump without. This 5-minute could be enough. I personally don't trust just one 5-minute like this. But it could be enough. I need to take safer trades right now. So I can't really afford to push it. When are you taking a gamble live? You guys just want to see me gamble. And then when I gamble, you guys get pissed. Stupid request. You know I don't gamble. How much do you make a day? Well, depends on the day, man. This is the only job in the world where I can work all day to lose money, bro. No one in this group wants me to gamble? No, I'm not talking to the group, of course. Talking to YouTube chat. We gamble when the fight takes place? Yeah, that we can do. Friendly sports betting. Bro, what a day, huh? Sheesh. There's ourselves. Only took that much liquidity. See, I always look at this, okay, how can you enter, you know? Nothing, everything closed bullish. Lines are not safe zone, they won't save you. At least I don't need them to be saved, bro. I don't need them to be saved. DAX is being a little bit weird here beginning of month. DAX is actually what cooked me this last two trades. The bottom of the range is a 1-to-1. Want to enter the flip? No man, I don't like that. It's very aggressive. Very aggressive. I mean, you could take maybe break of lows, but that's aggressive trade, huh? Let's see it now. How did the 5 close? Yeah, you could take a thunderstorm break of lows, but not on the flip. Thunderstorm is okay, but it's aggressive, huh? I can't really take that aggressive today. Eid Mubarak. Eid Mubarak, man. Same to you. How does the cent account work? Google it, but essentially you can risk less than $1 is what I believe. I've never looked into cent accounts. For me, if you're risking less than $1, it doesn't make too much sense. Took this short. Yeah, I don't understand the entry here. Not my style, bro. Can't comment, unfortunately. We'll see what happens here on gold in about 3 minutes, and we take it from there. How much percentage can you get per month? I average like 5 to 8. Depends, man. Depends on how the month is going and stuff. Man, what a interesting week it is, huh? You get BS and then you just get price stall. gold was looking good, but this is why we wait. Was online at agent session for 4 hours, 3-time price reversed and took my SL. Yeah, I was actually explaining that beginning of stream. Maybe some consolidation, then perhaps more action in NY. London feels cooked all over. Yeah, I think it's because NFP day. It's just waiting for NFP. Luckily, NFP is only at 4:30, and then it should clean up by NYSE. This is sometimes how it is, you know. You negative this week? Yes. I am. It's actually started like last month's week. Exact same as last month. Hasn't given me a break. Then I had 6 wins. So I'm not worried just yet. I would have been break even. Actually no, because of yesterday. No, I would be down very little. No, I would have been break even if I didn't get slipped on DAX. DAX was a winning trade. Do you only trade the 3 setups in your PDF? No, I have a little bit more, but those are my basic setups, most common ones. My plan for DAX right now is only below these lows gonna make sense. And it's even tough with this 1 hour. So to be honest, below the 1 hour. If not, DAX is ranging. That's why you get cooked. Oh man, just unlucky timing this week. All man. Just everything unlucky timings. No way you don't get cooked in a session like this. And this is where people start to feel like, let me try something else. Because something else is working right now, so let me trade that something else. And then the minute they switch to that something else, it works once or twice, then it starts losing. And then they don't change back. Right? They don't change back. They stick to that. So then they start losing on that. And then they switch back to the other one, but they forgot how to trade the other one. If you have, fuck this, I'm out for the day. It's actually pretty nuts. To be honest, this guy's sell he took here, pretty nice one with the thunderstorm. It's not a bad one. Would have been this 5-minute. This is a great lesson. We're gonna discuss this after the stream actually. This is a big lesson, this one. Yeah, this is sick. This is something I like to show. Yeah, full. So I'm gonna talk about this after. No topic on that one? I'll talk to you guys after you understand what I'm trying to say. Hey Harry, other than learning FX, I also taught myself how to draw people. If you were in such a position, what advice would you give me in order to be able to earn passively from this? It's a good question, man. It's a good question. Well, you know, you could always sell your drawing, but the problem is who's gonna buy it. You need something unique. What is unique? My best friend gone full-time doing something similar. Yeah, if you can build an audience to sell, then I think that's going to be a good idea. You know, obviously just to sell them. You know, post your artwork is going to be number one. Yeah. Build an Insta page, post your artwork, all of that stuff. Drawing not going to be the key in my opinion. Best advice is to sell stuff in general. Yeah, it always comes down to that, huh? But as a side hustle, it's not bad. All right, for me, I'm gonna call it just one of those days. Look at this. This is some BS. But if price does later on close below here, there is some sells. But I need this to happen in like the next 20 minutes or so. But I'm not gonna sit around here watching paint dry for this just to range all day and then everyone get anxious. Gold is cooked for now. Same sells do make sense if it does happen. But for now, it's just not really moving slow. Not even close to setting up yet. Not even close to the lows. GJ, it is pushing down, but we are bullish bias here. So I don't really like it. But yeah, overall choppy session. Overall choppy session. Ideas were right for the sells. Eventually played out. Just needed to grab liquidity from Mars. Once it grabbed liquidity from Mars, it seemed to have given only like a 20-point sell. 33 from the lows. So yeah, this is first week of the month, not obviously the start I wanted, but it's been like that all. Look at the patterns, guys, huh? If you look at the beginning of every single month, we've had this similar pattern here. So fourth year, 2 losses in a row. That's crazy, man. Every month has been 2 losses in a row. Can you imagine? Only the third was okay. Third even started with a loss. That's crazy. Today was supposed to be, this week results should have been win, loss, win, loss. That should have been the results. But unfortunately got slipped. That actually messes up my week heavily. That would have been a clutch trade. And that was a big trade if you guys remember. That was a big one. So that would have been put me above the thing. But you know, it's been testing these first weeks. If it continues like this, it's really gonna be a good idea first week of the month just to go super like aggressive in terms of break evens or really pick really good positions only. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, plan is below here, makes sense, and we're gonna pick it up from Monday, guys. Have a good weekend and appreciate you guys showing up. As always, pleasure to have you guys on stream. Hope to see you on Monday. So let's kill the rest of the month here. Luckily it is only the first week. And yeah, let's get it, guys. Let's get it. Take care, everyone, and hopefully speak to you guys very, very soon. All right, peace. Cheers.